If you're a homeowner in Los Angeles or Orange County and you're thinking about selling your home anytime soon, stop what you're doing and listen up, because I'm about to reveal the top 5 mistakes that can cost you literally tens of thousands of dollars when you list your home. Now, I've been selling real estate in Southern California for the past 10 years, and I see these mistakes happen all the time. And the worst part is that they are completely avoidable. So whether you're planning to sell next month or next year, stick with me until the end of this video, because I'm going to save you a whole lot of stress and a ton of cash. So here's the thing. The real estate market in LA and Orange County has shifted dramatically over the past few years. And buyers today are more informed, they're more cautious, and honestly, they're pickier than ever. They've got access to all the data, all the comps, and all the market trends right at their fingertips. And that means that if you make even one of these critical mistakes, your home can sit on the market for months, or worse, you could end up leaving serious money on the table. Now, I've helped plenty of families across Southern California, and I can tell you from experience that the sellers who avoid these 5 mistakes, they're the ones who get multiple offers, sell quickly, and with the best possible price. And honestly, mistake number 5 is the one that even the savviest sellers make. So make sure you stick around to the end of this video, because that one's a game changer. Mistake number 1, and this is probably the one I see all the time: overpricing your home right out of the gate. Look, I get it. You love your home. You've built memories in there. You've put in upgrades, and you think it's worth every penny and then some. But here's the brutal truth. What you think your home is worth and what the market actually says that it's worth are two very different things. Here in LA and in Orange County, buyers have access to Zillow, to Redfin, Realtor.com, you name it. They can pull up comparable sales in your neighborhood in about 30 seconds. So when you price your home for more than 5% out of the market value, you're not attracting the buyers. You're actually scaring them away. See, they see this price and they think to themselves, man, these sellers are unrealistic. And they move on to the next listing. And here's what happens. Your home sits. Days turn into weeks and weeks turn into months. And then you're forced to do a price reduction. But at that point, the damage is already done. And then buyers start to wonder, well, what the hell is wrong with this place? Why hasn't it sold? And now you've lost all your leverage. There's actually data on this, and homes that are overpriced by more than 5% above market value tend to sit on the market for more than 30 days longer than properly priced homes. Now, that's an entire month of stress, of showings, and uncertainty that you absolutely don't need. So the smarter play here is to price it right from day one. And when you price competitively, you create urgency. You attract multiple buyers. Multiple buyers means multiple offers, which often drives the price up. Now, naturally through competition, that's how you actually get top dollar. And hey, if you want help figuring out the right price for your specific home, I offer free pricing analysis for all LA and Orange County. I'll pull the comps, I'll analyze the market conditions, and I'll give you a realistic number that'll help you sell your home fast and for the best price possible. So I'll drop a link in the description below. Okay, mistake number 2, neglecting how your home looks. Now, I'm talking about presentation. I'm talking about staging, repairs, all that stuff. Now, here's the deal. First impressions matter, like really matter. When buyers walk through the front door, you've got about 10 seconds to either wow them or lose them. And now if they're walking into a cluttered house with worn out carpet, dated paint, and a kitchen that looks straight out of 1995, they are mentally checking out before they even make it to the backyard. I had a listing in Los Angeles last year. Beautiful home, great location, but the sellers didn't want to invest in basic updates. The carpet was old, the walls needed a fresh coat of paint, and honestly, it just felt tired. We had 3 showings where buyers literally walked in, looked around for 5 minutes, and they left. They couldn't see past the surface issues. We finally convinced the sellers to replace the carpet and the paint, and within 2 weeks, we had an offer. But here's what buyers do. They see the small problem and they blow it up in their minds. They see old carpet and think, we need to replace all the flooring. That's probably 10 grand, when in reality, it might be about 3,000. But perception is reality in real estate. Now, I'm not saying you need to get your entire house renovated, but at a minimum, declutter, deep clean, and fix the obvious stuff. Patch the holes in the walls, replace broken cabinet handles, fix that leaky faucet, and if you can swing it, staging makes a massive difference. Even just rearranging furniture and adding some fresh decor can help visualize themselves living there. In a competitive market like West LA, Irvine, and Newport Beach, presentation is just as important. These buyers have high expectation, and if your home doesn't meet them, they'll just move on to the next one that does. So do yourself a favor. Walk through your home like you're seeing it for the first time, or better yet, have a friend or have your realtor do it. Get honest feedback and then make the fixes. Trust me, the ROI on staging and minor repairs is massive. Now, mistake number 3, making it hard for buyers to actually see your home, or worse, using terrible photos in your listing. Let's talk about showings first. I've had sellers tell me things like, oh, we can only do showings on the weekends between 2 to 4 p.m. or, oh, we need 24 hours notice. And look, I understand you're still living in the home and you want privacy. I get it. But here's the reality. You're making it really hard for buyers to fall in love with your place. Buyers have busy schedules too. And if they can't see your home when it works for them, they're gonna go see a different home, and that different home might just be their favorite. So here's my advice. Be as flexible as possible with showings. The most people who see your home, the better your chances are of getting an offer. Now let's talk about photos, because this one drives me crazy. In a market like Los Angeles or Orange County, where everything is visual and image driven, your listing photos are literally the most important marketing tool you have. Most buyers are scrolling through listings on their phone, and if they don't grab them in the first 3 seconds, they're swiping past, just like your Tinder profile. Now, I cannot tell you how many listings I've seen with dark, blurry photos that look like they were taken on a phone from 2010, or photos that show a messy kitchen, unmade beds, and personal clutter everywhere. It's an instant turnoff, you guys. Professional photography is non-negotiable, and we're talking bright, well-lit, wide-angle shots that make your home look spacious and inviting. And honestly, video tours and drones are becoming the standard. Now, buyers want to see what the flow of the home is, they want to see the neighborhood from above, and they want the full experience before they even schedule a showing. So if you're going for the for sale by owner route or working with a discount broker who doesn't include professional media, you're already at a disadvantage. Homes with professional photos and videos significantly get more views online, which lead to more showings, which lead to more offers. It's really that simple. So invest in a good marketing strategy. It pays for itself. Mistake number 4, not marketing to the right buyers. Now, a lot of sellers think that just sticking their home in Zillow and Redfin is enough. And sure, that's a start. But if you really want to maximize your sale, you need to think strategically about your ideal buyer and how to reach them. Let's say you're selling a condo in downtown LA. Your ideal buyer is probably a young professional, maybe someone working in tech or entertainment, probably relocating out of a state. So how do you reach them? You can't just rely on the MLS. You need to be on Instagram. You need to be on YouTube, LinkedIn, wherever these people are spending their time online. You need targeted ads, visual tours, maybe even content that showcases the lifestyle of living in downtown LA. Maybe you're selling to a family now that's in Irvine. Your buyers are probably families with kids looking for great schools and a safe neighborhood. So you market the local parks, the school ratings, the family-friendly amenities. The point is, one-size-fits-all marketing doesn't work anymore. You need to meet buyers where they are, and you need to speak their language. This is another area where a lot of for sale by owners or discount brokers fail short. They don't have the resources, the expertise to run comprehensive multi-channel marketing campaigns. And they're not creating video content. They're not running Facebook ads. They're not tapping into agent networks or reaching out-of-area buyers. And in my business, I use YouTube, social media, email campaigns, networking, open houses, everything, because I know that the more eyes I get on my listing, the better it is, the outcome for the sellers. And honestly, in a competitive market like Southern California, you need every advantage you can get. So make sure whoever you're working with has a real marketing plan, not just we'll put it on the MLS. A real strategic plan to get your home in front of the right people. And now we're at mistake number 5. And this is the one that even experienced sellers struggle with. Letting your emotions or your ego derail the deal. Look, I know your home means a lot to you. You've lived there, you've raised a family there, you've created holidays there. It's not just a property, it's a piece of your life. I completely understand that, but here's the truth. When it comes to selling, you have to treat it like a business transaction, because the buyer, that's exactly how they're treating it. I've seen sellers reject perfectly good offers because they felt insulted by the price, even though it was market value. I've seen sellers dig in their heels over $2,000 requests for repairs during the inspection and nearly lose the entire deal. I've seen sellers get greedy, waiting for a better offer that never comes, and then end up selling for less a month later. Now here's an example. I had a seller in Orange County who received a strong offer, but the buyer asked for a $2,500 credit for some minor roof repairs after the inspection. Now the seller was furious. How dare they ask for more money after they've already agreed on a price? But we sat down. We talked through the numbers, and we realized that if we lost this buyer, we'd be back on the market for at least another 2 weeks, maybe longer, and the carrying costs, like the mortgage, the utilities, and the stress, would cost way more than $2,500. So we agreed to the credit and the deal closed smoothly. The point is, don't let your pride get in the way of a good deal. Don't take things personally. Stay focused on the end goal, which is selling your home for the best price in a reasonable time frame. And trust your agent to guide you through the negotiations with a clear head. Because at the end of the day, the market doesn't care about your feelings. It only cares about supply, demand, and what buyers are willing to pay. So there you have it. The top 5 mistakes home sellers are making in Los Angeles and Orange County. Overpricing, neglecting presentation, limiting showings or using bad photos, not marketing to the right buyers, and letting emotions take over. Now the good news, every single one of these mistakes is totally avoidable with the right planning and the right guidance. When you price strategically, present your home beautifully, market it effectively, and keep level head during negotiations, you set yourself up for a smooth, profitable sale. And that's the goal. And if you're thinking about selling, I'm here to help you avoid every one of these pitfalls and create a personalized game plan to get you the best possible outcome. So here's what I want you to do. Before you list your home, let's have a quick chat. I'm offering a completely free seller strategy call where I'll walk you through the custom plan for your specific home. We'll talk about pricing, we'll talk about presentation, we'll talk about marketing, all of it. And I'll even provide you with a detailed home report so you know exactly where you stand in today's current market. There's no obligation, no pressure, no strings attached. Just real advice from someone who's been doing this for over 10 years and genuinely wants to succeed. My personal cell phone is in the description below and in the pinned comment. Call me. We'll agree on a time that works for you and get the ball rolling.